Alright, yeah, guys, so welcome back to another DDLC plus playthrough, yeah, guys. We're gonna do the understanding side story, yeah, guys. Let's do this shit. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted. Let me, 1 second. The club is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. So yeah, just like I think with the side stories in general. No, wait, yeah, I already said that. Yeah, you can't save or load it with the side stories, yeah, guys. So it's basically all in one go, basically. The door opens halfway and stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Oh, it's Yuri. Sayori eyes wide, recognizing the girl. She is very comprehensively mounts to Monica. It's her. It's the girl. It's true, the girl standing on the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across me alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer at her desk, it seems she found her way to the club. Monica asks, "Are you here for the literature club by any chance?" Yuri be like, am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door but continues to standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement. It's happening, oh my gosh. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry, it's a little empty. Um, and this is Monica speaking up. Oh Monica, this is Sayori. And we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far, but what's your name, by the way? Yuri's like, I mean, I'd like to join your club. Sayori be like, already? Wait, really? Are you sure? Monica's asks. I mean, it should be good enough. Laughter. This is laughter. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to. You don't have to be good enough. Oh, Yuri says. Hmm. Do you want to have a seat? We'll love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. Then Sayori asks, "What's your name?" And Yuri says that her name is Yuri, of course. Yeah, guys. And they're introducing each other basically. So, yeah. And Yuri asks, "Do you like fantasy?" Sayori's face be like, "What?" For real. Like, books? Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool, Monica says. Yuri says, yes. Have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? I can't say that I have. Oh, well, she's Yuri's favorite author, yeah, guys. That she and that she's on her fifth book, and it's just Yuri granted and presses her knuckles against her cheeks with joy. All my books, I won't mind. You're you're really in for an incredible experience. Um, Monica stammers and caught completely off guard by Yuri's taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asks for help. And then Sayori be like, I loved it too. Sounds like you're really into them. So that must be great. And Yuri says that she's happy that she found a club. Oh, but I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have bought them. Yuri quiet. Yuri. Shit. Yuri quickly stands up, and then she says, "I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you." Uh, you probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. Yuri says, "True, okay, I'll go get the first one then." Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Monica says, "Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have like no other experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid. But that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other." Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Well, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really obnoxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. Laughter, what the hell? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori. It's just like learning what makes people happy, sad. Yeah, hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the admirative shit, makes admin stuff. I'm just gonna call it admin stuff, yeah, guys. There's this word I can't even pronounce, and just focus on spending time with her. Yay, that's exciting. What I want to do. Besides, Sayori lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the, the, the dauntedly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. Back, breath is slightly heavy, which combined her short time gone indicates that she might have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayori, and she, oh shit, and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri but for her it's just about equal in size to one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things I should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in the other books that take place in the same universe. So going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Um, Sayori nursely injects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. Well, across the room, Mark smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down and looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club? Well, I like reading, and so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found it out because Yuri glances over at Monica. Sayori be like, Monica? Yuri says Monica came to the classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens. She shakes her head at herself. It was so stupid. I got too nervous and I couldn't even look up. So she just walked on out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderable I was. Because I decided that it was probably irrational. Wait, Monica says, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you just like wa- walked out or shit. I messed up that entire thing, young guys. So I'm gonna read it again. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you, just like, or that just I just like walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reason too, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So basically, Yuri doesn't like meeting too many people at once, which could make me think that Yuri doesn't like large crowds. Basically, this comes to make me think. Even though that she says she don't mind it, but I beg you differ, Yuri. Though, so it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Oh, that makes me happy. Or that makes Sayori happy. Yeah, guys. I'm proud of you for the courage, working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. So I thought the Literature Club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of other things are you into? Sayori asks, and Yuri says, like, genres? Oh, I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Literature. Oh, just things that you would think are dumb, Yuri says. At least with the side stories, yeah, guys, we get to know more about the girls, yeah, guys, that are in the literature club. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. How about I'll tell you something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into. Yuri says, I suppose that'll be okay. Okay, well, I'm really into crafty things. So basically, Sayori is into crafting, basically. Like making cute little collages or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. That Sayori's room always cluttered with random stuff because she kept buying things to make gifts for her friends, but then she puts it off till the last minute. Damn. So yeah, something that's something kind of silly that I'm into. Yuri says that sounds quite creative. Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised by how much you could do with scissors and glue and stuff. Yuri asks, so I have to share something I'm into now, right? Siri nods. Uh, guess she guesses that she's into nature. Basically, Yuri into nature. Really? That Sayori says that she loves nature. Oh god. I'm gonna start a nature club. And Mom gonna be like, no, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. Damn. So Sayori wanted to start a nature club, but then Maga pretty much immediately shot it down, basically. And then Sayori be like, I'm not. And Maga be like, oh yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the Literature Club. There. Now you're stuck with me. Sayori be like, hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. Fine. Yuri pauses and feeling awkward after having got kind of cut off. I like going out to the woods or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. I agree with you. I do like when a location is peaceful, bro. So yeah, just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autom- autom- autonomously for a while. Sorry if I mispronounced the word, yeah, guys. When you when when do you like to do that? Just depends on on mood. Basically, it depends on what Yuri's mood is. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot of time than we think we do. If you don't let it slip through your fingers. Yeah, Yuri says that we basically have time to do certain shit. We just let it slip through our fingers. At times, the three continued their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chipping in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew, the end of the day was upon them once more. Alright, it looks like we should be wrapping up for the day. So, are you two going to be starting on that book? The next club meet? That's the plan. So excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. When it's packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. And then Sayori be like, bye. Oh my god, I hate it when I say bye like that. As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the classroom or club room. Sayori, you're a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still, besides, it really lifted my mood. It really, it feels really nice when I can put my energy towards the other people like that. She was really excited to be included. You know, it made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting a book with her next meeting? Kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great, Monica says. After a surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she surprisingly only finds Sayori in the club room. It's club time again, Sayori says. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make her eye contact. Um, sorry about yesterday. Hmm? Sayori. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about. Well, I mean, the way that I got overly excited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club. So after Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. I didn't we didn't have to read it. Why? Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. Damn, that sounds harsh. But if you liked it so much, that it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. It's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Well, thanks. We don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and and I just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it's just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading our books. You know, like as a club activity. That would be okay, right? Why am I being so restrained to this anyway? Exact. This is exactly what I want in the first place. And you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the books. Dusk Bell, Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Alright, you should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. It tears out a few sheets of paper. Shit. Tears out a few sheets of paper, basically. Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes. Notes. I mean, yes, that is an effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. So yeah, Sayori joke flaws completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company do this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're you're like super smart. Oh please, Yuri says. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and like blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. My eyes. It's everyone else who comes off as smart, especially you. And Sayori be like, no! Sayori rubs her shoulder. God damn. Rubs her shoulder against Yuri. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Damn. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After the minor diversion between them, two get back to on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, the factions, the history, the elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri guides her through it in a way such as it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, but one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do the people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. Things that I write, like just putting down the feelings that comes into my head, you know. But this is like there's must be so much planning and hard work. Like with the poetry, I think there's an apparatus that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way. And then laughter from Yuri. Yuri giggles and filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It, it means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now, if you're ready. Okay, but I can read very fast. Oh, that's fine. Yuri says that she's very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Sayori joins. Yuri is patient to her notes. And then Yuri says, hey, that's from my book. Just kidding. I'm kind of glad that you're patient because I needed that sometimes, a lot of times. Damn. Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book. He passes the table, context. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read, but the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks again. What does vindicate mean? Well, in the context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. So basically, the book involves like kind of like big words that that Sayori might not know or that I might not know in general. So yeah, guys. Vindicated means that the person was proven innocent. Basically, it's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Sayori turns the page. Asks what footnotes. A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. To continue reading, Yuri relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. But up until now, the expression has been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. Wait, what are they talking about? Past right now or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that the artist is having. Uh, wow. So basically, this is I think a whole fucking novel. I think, and that Sayori does not even know most of the shit that's in there. Basically, but they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her temples. Two of them team as Sayori asks fewer questions. She gets to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the read, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. That's harsh. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. Wait, that Yuri says that I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gone through so far. So, wait, your thoughts up to the point. Sayori tries to find words. Doing well so far. Not sure I understand. I don't know. Well, Sayori, you was not really doing well the chapter because you don't you basically don't know shit basically. Like in terms of reading level, you're not on Yuri's reading level, Sayori. Yuri is like way up here in the reading level, while you're like kind of like down there. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way that you do. The relaxation of Yuri's expression fades. See, Yuri quietly gathers her things. So we can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and then shakes her head. We could do something else tomorrow. But, sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. Sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. Sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves. She's making me what? Like, what happened? Like, wait, what happened to, what's wrong with Yuri, though? Why is she apologizing, though? Sayori is left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have told her that I enjoyed it. Monica, trust me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned with guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here. Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together, or I'm not good enough. Probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure that if I was smarter, she would be having so much fun. I need to do better for her. And that's it. And basically that was the first part of the side story, guys. Two in the So next video we are gonna continue the side story in the next video, guys. And then after that, we go back to the main story, guys. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.